Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is October 4th. If you have any questions, concerns, come up to this microphone, give us your name and address. Remember to keep comments to 3 minutes. Call the roll, please.
Cedar?
Here.
Kensfater?
Here.
Kleeman?
Here.
Kufa?
Here.
Laporte?
Here.
Hall?
Here.
Bolt?
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. In light of some new information that's been garnered, I'd like to ask for a motion to remove number 5A, the resolution for the lot split for the Riverview Plaza.
So moved.
Support. All right, the motion made, supported. Questions? Call the roll, please.
Hall?
Support. Yes.
Bolt?
Yes.
Kensfater?
Yes.
Kleeman?
Yes.
Kufa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We will go to number 6. Courts Administration. 4. I'm sorry, 4. City Council minutes of September 20th, 2021 regular meeting recommendation approve.
So moved. Or
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, now we'll go to number 6. Mr. Worthy.
Nothing to report this evening, Your Honor.
Any questions for Mr. Worthy? All right, Mr. Downey, do you have anything new?
I have nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Anything for Mr. Downey? Any city departments tonight?
Yes, Your Honor. Just a couple things to make you aware of. The special election to be held November 2nd is going smoothly. We do have our ballots. Sample ballots are on the bulletin board here at City Hall. They're also available for viewing at michigan.gov/vote. Absent voter ballot applications are available. And again, ballots are available now as well. So I wanted to update you on that. And as a reminder, those are 3 charter amendments on the ballot this time. Business license renewal applications will be sent out soon. And just as a FYI, St. Clair currently has 190 business licenses. So that's quite a process. We started in October and try to end it by the end of the year, but it usually goes over a little bit. And then lastly, just a reminder to still visit stclairontheriver.com. It has been updated with all the events happening in October for Halloween weekend nights put on by the St. Clair Chamber of Commerce. So everything's on there. If you have any detailed questions, give the chamber a call. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, D is authorities, boards, commissions, committees. We have no unfinished business. We'll rate number 8. New business A, approve the 22-23 lawn service proposal. Mr. Rothy.
Yes, Your Honor. We've received 2 proposals for the lawn maintenance services for calendar years 2022 and 2023. There is an option for council and the successful contractor to enter into a 3rd year's extension. We had 2 bidders, D&E Landscaping, our current vendor, and then we also had J&J Lawn and Landscape was the other bid. They were the low bidder. Their total bid for 2022 and 2023 was the same, and again, this includes the alternate of shrub trimming and fertilizing. J&J's total bid for each year was $67,920. They are the low bidder. We reviewed their references. Their references came back very good. They complied with all other elements of the RFP, and it's administration's recommendation that the contract for the lawn maintenance for 2022 and 2023 be awarded to them.
Warren, with the references, any of the other places that utilize this company, do they have cemeteries that,
Yes.
okay, because that's normally the biggest problem,
Yes.
so, okay.
J&J are here, aren't they?
Yes.
I think J&J are here, correct? But do we have a spokesman? State your name and address, please.
Jim Vardy, 554 South Allen Road, St. Clair Township.
Welcome, Jim. Anybody have any questions for Jim? Jim, you're the low bidder, and the recommendation from superintendent is to give you guys the contract. Do you foresee any kind of snags or problems as far as how long it's going to take you to cut all this grass?
No.
2 days, you think?
I can set it over 3 days, but I could do it in less.
No, I just didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be over 3 days.
Over probably
3 days a week?
Yes.
Was there anything in the bid proposal that you're currently not doing, as far as, like, they talked about the cemetery or the parks, or?
No.
No? Okay.
If you're awarded this bid, is your plan to hire some more people, or do you have anything in that area?
I have enough employees
Enough
right
right
now.
now?
Yes.
All right. And I'm certainly not trying to cast any dispersions on you, but I'm just going to ask the question. Years ago, we did this, and when somebody came in low bid, and like 6 months later, they said, oh, we were wrong. We need to change this and change that. We need more money and all that.
My bid's the bottom line.
It's the bid.
Yep.
All right. Anything? Anything you'd like to add?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll support that.
All right. Motion is made and supported to award the bid to J&J Lawn Services for the sum of $67,920. Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Foltz?
Yes.
Kinsfater?
Yes.
Kleeman?
Yes.
Koopa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Congratulations, you guys. Good luck. All right, we're going to go to B, approved traffic control order. Chief Warren, who wants to start?
I'm good. Reader's Digest version.
All right.
MDOT contacted us. They wanted this TCO so that they could extend the right turn lane from South Riverside onto westbound Clinton. So they asked us to remove the 3 parking spaces in front of 300 South Riverside.
And that's right at the corner of Trumbull North, basically.
Right. It's basically, there's a fire hydrant probably 15 feet south of the drive for Fifth Third, and it's south of that.
So basically, people
There's 3
can't hardly
spots.
park at all because of the fire.
Very few people park there, except when there's special events.
Yeah.
That'll get a lot of that stack up from the 1 lane. It'll take care of a lot of that, so.
Yeah.
But they need this so that they can repaint those lines.
So the turn lane will start about J Street then, roughly?
Yeah, it's going to start right at Trumbull,
Right at Trumbull.
because we're not removing the spots in front of Fifth Third.
Okay.
Those get, a lot of people stop, jump in and jump out, so. They just requested those 3 right in front of 300, so.
Are you going to be able to restripe it this year, Chief?
That is a Warren question. Restripe it?
I'm bringing in Linda right now from MDOT, and that would be a question. Ask her.
Linda's going to zoom in. All right, so I'll ask for a motion to approve the traffic control order.
So moved.
Support.
Questions? Call the roll, please.
Kinsfater?
Yes.
Kleeman?
Yes.
Koopa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Foltz?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. All right, let's get down to C here. Approve M29 Design. We've got Linda is going to zoom in here, correct?
Linda, can you hear me okay? Yes, let me see if I can get you a TV speaker a little better. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I think I'll turn my speaker up on here really loud so we can all hear you. Sure. And Linda, we just approved the TCO order for the north part of M29. Council, we last met with Linda, American M29, about a proposed new layout for M29. MDOT prepared these layouts, which I can click through if there's any questions about them. In my opinion, I think this addresses everything we're trying to get addressed. I think it's the best, scenario going forward. And again, we've got people here from the community, we've got Linda here to answer any other questions. We're looking for a decision on what layout to move forward with on M29 South of Bridge.
Linda, can you hear me in there? All right, so do you want to kind of just briefly tell us what changes you made after you left here last time we harassed you?
Okay, so the configuration of the... No? No. I'll yell. My husband went outside, so we're okay. Since after the meeting, we changed the configuration on the section north of the curve to be the through lane is the inside lane of the 4 lanes, and the southbound outside lane is exclusively a right turn lane, so it would be a right turn only at Fort, and then let me page through these. Fort, and then at Laura, and then ultimately at Riverside, that lane would drop and continue through southbound on Riverside. There is, so the road diet would be, which is the 3-lane section with relatively 6 feet on each side of the lane, on the outside of each lane, would continue from Riverside down to where it tapers back near Palmer. We didn't change the location of the, where the center turn lane would begin or start on the south end for a couple of reasons. One being that the safety of separating the turning movements into the center left turn lane with all of the driveways along the corridor is a good way to manage or try to eliminate crashes from people stopping to turn locked in front of other drivers. And also with the establishment of the narrower roadway being a 3-lane, we have the 6 feet on the outside, so it's not going to be heading towards the pole as it once was perceived.
This spot right here.
Yes, thank you.
At Cardinal South for their pedestrian crossing for the sake of, that was a concern that we were working with Cardinal Salt about a year ago, and we had been waiting for the what was the proposed changes to be able to address your concerns. Have any questions?
Did they move the crosswalk? I just missed that part.
Hear me?
Did they move the crosswalk?
Has any crosswalks moved as part of
I
this?
don't hear you.
Oh,
Your
I
lips
forgot.
are moving
I muted
more,
because of
but
the
I don't hear
echo.
you.
Have they moved any crosswalks as in part of this design, or is everything that's currently shown as a crosswalk, remaining in place?
No crosswalks have been moved.
Oh, okay.
And then one question I had, Linda, was MDOT added a crosswalk at Laura Street just last, I think it was about last fall. I didn't see that showing on these plans. Just wanted to know, as part of, because all the other crosswalks had a, yield to pedestrian crossing sign. If we could get one installed again at Laura and M29 where there's an existing crosswalk that doesn't show on these plans.
Oh, okay. I guess you missed that.
But that's something you can put a sign on?
I believe so.
That's everything we wanted, right?
Yeah, the season for pavement markings is on us like very soon to end because of temperature, with paint and the like, so they're hoping that they might even be able to get out there this week if this is approved.
And would that also include the north part of M29 where we just did that TCO?
Hopefully.
Oh,
They
excellent.
want to do it all. They don't want to make multiple trips.
Wow.
Oh, I say we go for it. It's what we wanted. I've moved that we approve it.
I'll support it.
All right, the motion is made and supported to approve the M29 design. Questions?
Just some clarification.
Want to give us your name and address there?
Gordon Potter. I live on Oakland, down near the Angler Rod area. I guess I organized part of this effort to get the lanes changed, and I know I did. My concern is with the lane changes, I understand it, if you could just let me know, Warren, you're probably as close to this as anyone. After South Riverside, where South Riverside cuts in, the center turn lane will continue right through till it blends in north of Palmer. Is that correct?
Yeah, where it tapers back to that, where the road narrows down at the south end of town is where it will end.
It's going to maintain its current position. The start and stop is in the same spot. It is going to center into the road where it
That's
is
my
not.
question. Yeah, you hit that right on the head.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that is my question.
Same spot, north to south, but it's
Yeah.
going to shift east and west.
It'll shift east and west.
It's going to
That's
shift to the
good.
west.
It will be in the center of the road.
Okay. And what will the shoulder or the walking lanes or bike lane, whatever you want to call them, on the sides of the road be, the buffer?
6 feet.
Relatively 6 feet through most of it. It's a little bit larger during the taper.
Okay, that was basically my question, is how this is. That was our concern, because a lot of people through that area have had mailboxes lost and couldn't even get out to get their mailbox because of danger, let alone trying to cut the lawn up close to the curb with the semis going through. That answers my questions. As long as that's the case, I think, good job, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your patience.
One more.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Cosner, 1441 Oakland Street. Just learning now that the width of the bike lane will be 6 feet. We're very appreciative of having a bike lane or a walk lane all the way almost into town. That's terrific. My issue, along with, I know many people, is that manhole cover that's directly in front of my house at 1441 starts at the 6-foot line and extends 3 feet, so it would be 9 feet then into the roadway. Does that make sense? So the bike lane, the manhole cover is not in there. It's directly in the roadway now for every car or truck to run over. And unless that's raised, we have endured the tremendous noises from like twin haulers or pickup trucks that are empty, anything like that that will vibrate or shake once it hits that 1-inch divot in the because of the manhole cover. I have had things fall off my kitchen windowsill, which is actually on the river side of my house, not on the street side, fall off the windowsill when this loud noise happens. It shakes my house, as it does many other people around me. It's not just my house. Can anything be done about the manhole cover? I'm sorry?
Yeah, we were just mentioning, I believe, was it last meeting or meeting before that? Yeah, Bill brought up, and we made a motion for DPW to fix that manhole.
Fix it by raising
Correct.
that
Check
up?
proper means. Yeah, so it would meets back on all the others.
Totally level, okay.
What happened was we directed administration to look into it, and I believe Warren is going to give you an update in a minute, right?
Yes, that is, we wanted to do this first, get the road taken care of. Bob is talking with the road people for M29, like the county actually does the maintenance to it, figuring out what's the best fix for this place and when we can get that done. So it's definitely something we are pursuing.
Okay. I'm hopeful that it can be done soon. We've endured this for a couple of years now. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Yep. Absolutely.
I just wanted a clarification from MDOT, that 6-foot buffer or lane, how will that be classified? I know north of, is it a non-motorized lane? It's not technically a bike lane, I guess, just so the public is aware.
It's not officially a bike lane because it's not 10 feet wide,
Okay.
but it can be utilized for that.
So it's a non-motorized lane?
No.
No?
Not officially, it can be used for that, but it's not an official design, non-motorized lane.
So is it just
Not 10 foot wide.
is it just listed as a shoulder?
Yeah, but it can be used as like,
Okay.
it's just not an official denotion or assignment of a non-motorized lane.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right, let's call a roll.
Seaman?
Yes.
Lupa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Foltz?
Yes.
Henstadter?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. And thank you, Linda. Thank you, folks.
Good night, everyone.
All right, take care. All right. Give Warren 1 minute to finish up. We're going to go to D. This is approve the purchase of a water plant air handler replacement. I believe we have a special guest here tonight.
I'm special, all right. So how's everybody tonight?
Good.
So we're looking to replace the air handler in the filter room, which controls the heat and fresh air to not only the filter room, but the basement itself. The old air handler is non-functional. We've lost a part in there. I believe that you guys have a picture of it. It's a flywheel and shaft. That part is no longer available. We would have to have one custom made to repair the air handler. That may not be the only repair it needs as well. I've been there for 6 winters, and I have not gone through a winter where we maintained heat in the building for the entire year. So I put some figures in there on the repairs that we've made thus far, and it's my opinion that we should really replace it. I know it was part of the capital improvement project, but at this point, I don't believe we can wait any longer.
Does replacing this make it compatible for the improvements coming up?
Yes, I checked with every company that came in that I could get in. They said we can duct it to the west to be conducive with any new building we put on that side.
Okay.
Tom, what was, I Superior gave option 2, what was that? What's that about?
Option 2 is to add additional heat source to it, so that we would have redundant heat in the building should we lose the boiler in the other half of the building, where air handler service is just doing a straight up exchange of units, not running an additional natural gas line over. So there would be no heat inside that unit. It will just use the boiler as it has. But that's the other option, to add heat to that side.
I don't see it, unless I'm missing it, anything from this air handler services. I don't see a quote. I don't see a scope of work. Nothing. I see a quote here from Superior, and that's it. Nothing in my package. It states what they're giving you. I mean, is this thing bid apples to apples, or, you know, I don't see nothing from the other people. And that's quite a bit of difference in the quotes.
Yes. As far as I know, it's just straight up exchanging the units.
Did they send you a quote?
The quote that
No.
do you have it in there, Warren?
No, we didn't get it.
Other than just the price? 'Cause I'd like to see what they're giving you.
Yes, sir, I brought one with me. I'm sorry, I thought you guys had, I gave you that
I'd
one as
like to
well.
compare the two before I vote on, because that's, that's a lot of money difference, and,
Sure.
you get the same thing for the money. I mean, there was specs in this, correct?
Tom, did you compare the two quotes?
Yes, sir.
Are they comparable?
Yeah, I believe so. It looks like Superior was actually just trying to go further with it. They wanted to completely punch new holes, run new ducts, and put in an outside unit instead of an indoor unit. So instead of just changing that handler, they want to add a unit outside. So it seems like the work that they were quoting is just a little more extensive than just an exchange.
I'd like to clarify some confusion here. When I had named the file air handler quotes and sent it to our clerk, I was assuming that both of the quotes were in there. They are not. There is only one. This wasn't noticed by anybody until just now. Packets went out on Thursday, so I just like to say I apologize for that. That's an error on our end, so that's why you don't have this quote that we're asking you to approve in front of you right now.
Is there any urgency to this?
Should we have ice in the filters or ice in the tubes? It'd be an issue, big issue. We can leave the doors open, maintain some heat from the other half of the building, but come January, February, when the water's coming in just over freezing or at freezing, we might have an issue.
What are the lead times on the two comparable quotes?
About 10 weeks.
10 weeks, they're both the same?
Yeah.
That's when it'll be completed or started?
Started.
And how long will it take to complete?
I don't believe they included that.
All right, here's what we're going to do, if this is okay with council. Warren's going upstairs right now to print off the quotes. He's going to bring them back down. We're going to move on to the next item, then we'll come back to this item when we have all the quotes in front of us. Is that okay with everybody?
I'm good with that.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
All right, Warren's going to
Tom,
go
do you
make
want this
copies.
back? Do you need this, Warren? Okay.
All right, Therese, you want to take us through this purchase of the pool cover for us, please?
Yes, thank you. We are requesting City Council consideration for purchasing of a new community outdoor pool cover. Our pool cover, we need a pool cover for safety reasons. It also helps protect the pool, and it prevents debris from getting in the pool, which helps when we open the pool for the next season. We removed our existing pool cover just before the summer, and it pretty much fell apart. I would say it disintegrated, so it was determined that it could not be reused. But for your information, we did purchase that pool cover in 1996, and normally it's a 15-year warranty, so it was put to good use. So I did get cost estimates, and I am recommending that we use the same vendor. It's an ultra loop lock pool cover, and there is an authorized dealer in Michigan, Clearwater of Michigan, and they're located in Livonia. And one of the reasons is we're familiar with the product. We're replacing it. They had all of our measurements for our pool, and we can use the existing anchors that are in the deck, so we wouldn't have to drill any new anchors for a different vendor or a different pool cover. So the price that we received from Clearwater of Michigan was $10,500. And then there is some shipping and handling fees in addition. When we purchased the pool cover in 1996, it was $6,800, just for your information.
Is there a warranty on this one? Is there a warranty?
15-year warranty.
Same 15 years.
What's the difference between that one and the Merlin Smart Mesh?
They're basically the same cover. They're both mesh covers. They have the same warranty in that, but It would require a new anchoring system to be installed, so the cost for the DPW to do that, I think offsets, there's about a $500 difference there.
$1,000, I just.
$1,000, excuse me.
No, 550.
No, 550, because it was 9,950 for theirs, plus shipping and handling. And this was 10,500.
So with the ultralock, you can use the existing anchors?
Yes.
How many anchors are there?
Oh, I think there's 101 brass anchors that go around.
That's a lot. Okay.
And it's a spring system, so there's springs at the end of the pool cover that hook on into the anchors.
You try getting hold of anybody local, or you aren't?
I did, actually, the cost estimate from the other Ultralock, I contacted Darling Beltline, who is a pool supplier, and they referred me to them as a vendor. They're out of Flint.
So this is an estimate, or is this?
It's a quote, excuse me.
It's a quote, okay. So you're looking for 11,000?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll support that.
All right, the motion made to support. Any questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Kufa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Schultz?
Yes.
Kinstadter?
Yes.
Kleeman?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's bring Mr. Fountain back up, please.
You want your quote back?
Yeah, that's your time.
Now we have all kinds of them.
Thanks, Tom.
I got one question. It's not included, bonding requirements. What's that? Isn't that typical for the city, Warren, if we hire anybody to do any work, that they have to come up with a performance bond? If that's what we're talking about here?
It's not required by every vendor we deal with.
No, I mean, as a city. Don't we require performance bonds for anybody who does work for us? I guarantee it gets done right, or we don't?
We do not do that with every vendor. It usually depends on the project. Normally our larger scale ones, that's something we do.
I'd like to see that taken out of there, just so we're covered. Something goes south,
I agree.
we ain't repairing it ourselves or fixing it.
There is a 1-year parts and labor warranty included with
But if they
this.
walk away from it, warranties don't mean nothing if they don't finish it. You know, this guarantees it gets finished at least.
Is Superior providing a bond?
I do not know.
I don't see it unless I'm just missing it, but
I'd just like to see it to cover the city, so somebody don't walk away from this thing when it's half done, and we have to hire somebody to finish it. And it's insurance policy, they get the money back if they don't use it. So I'd like to strike that, and I would recommend giving it to them if we strike that out of it.
so are you saying that you want to make the motion to order to AHS, but with the condition that they provide a performance bond?
Performance bond, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Downey, what do you think of that?
Yeah, council can vote on that motion. It's their discretion, and I would echo what Mr. Rothy said, that in terms of performance bonds, it really does, there's not anything compulsory. It really varies from project to project.
Tom, you're familiar with this HS?
I am not, I'm not familiar with that company. I've never dealt with them before. The main issue I had was getting people to respond. I think I gave you guys a list of names those were the ones that contacted me back at least once. When I called companies, I mainly looked for larger companies in the metro area. Most of them told me I was out of area, that they wouldn't come up this far. But I had a huge issue getting anyone to even look at this unit. I had a lot of companies come in, and as soon as they laid eyes on it, said, no, that's out of our scope, and they left. So these were the two that I was able to get.
And AHS was pretty satisfactory to your?
He seemed to know what he was talking about. When I gave him the old manual and the old specs on the train that's in there now, he knew exactly what it was and knew what to replace it with.
Right. Did you make that motion, or did you just?
Yeah, I make the motion, and we make him come up with a performance bond.
All right, so you were going to make the motion to award the bid to AHS, but included a performance bond. All right, do I have a motion or support to that motion?
Yeah, I'll support it, but I just have a question. Is repairing the existing out of the question?
It can be done. It will be expensive.
Did we get a quote on it or not?
I didn't get a hard copy quote. Watson Brothers, when they informed me of the issue that we're having, they told me it would be thousands to get that new shaft made.
Thousands like 2,000 or thousands like 10,000?
I do not know.
Mr. Paul brings up a good point. Superior has a way more detailed quote than what AHS does, and kind of brings up a concern that they're not going to use as good of a product. And with a $50,000 difference in quote, I think that's a huge red flag for me.
I would be more comfortable if we had a little bit more time to look into this, maybe talk with you, come by, see, to understand what we're looking at a little bit more.
Okay.
The level of detail between the two quotes is almost impossible to compare based on what's in print here.
Mm-hmm.
I understand time is of the essence. January is going to be here, and you've got a 12-week lead time on getting the product done, but it's...
3 months. How do you usually get ice in the line?
It depends. I mean, the water's unusually warm for this time of year, as it is.
In the years past, typically?
Late January, February.
So we got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it takes 8 weeks to make the change out, they said, eh?
10.
10 weeks?
10.
So it'll be 12 weeks if we table it.
Puts us at January.
All right, we have a motion on the floor.
If there's a subordinate motion to table, that would take priority.
That takes priority?
Mm-hmm.
So I can make a motion to table?
Yes.
I would like to make that motion.
Support.
All right, the motion made in support of the table. So we'll call the roll on that. If that passes, we'll table. Obviously, if not, then we go back to the other motion.
Yes.
All right, call the roll, please. This is the motion to table.
Laporte?
No.
Paul?
Support.
Volz?
No.
Kinsfater?
Yes.
Lehman?
No.
Kufa?
Yes.
Cedar?
No.
Motion fails.
We'll go back to the original motion then. To award to AHS with the condition that a performance bond is included.
Do we have time for more questions?
Sure.
Is there a brand name listed of the unit that they're putting in with the AHS? I mean, I see this Coil Company heavy gauge, but that's the steel cabinet. I don't, and it says replacement of the existing train. I mean, I have questions about this quote. Are they putting in a train unit?
That's what I was informed, yes. It'll be another train.
You have that on paper?
I do not.
Mr. Wade, you're an engineer.
Smart.
Not to single you out, but
You're in the pocket right now.
I have concerns about using a company we've never used before in the city, purchasing a unit we think they have listed, a price that's remarkably low compared to the other quote that we get, lacking in detail. I'm having a hard time saying yes except for the price.
All right.
I understand.
As to why I'm confused is why we tabled it. We didn't table it.
I wanted to ask him more questions.
Right.
I wanted to find out what he knew more.
Replacement of existing train hot water fan coil unit.
I mean, if we're going to approve Mr. Kleeman's motion, I mean, how long does it take for them to get back with you in regards to getting the performance bond? And then what happens if they don't get the performance bond, and then ultimately it fails, and then we're right back to square one, which is reason why I think we should table it, get back to AHS, see if they're willing to put a performance bond in there and give us a more detailed quote like Superior has.
Don't we have a city engineer that should look at this before we turn around and spend money, $50,000
Also
or
another
whatever on
valid
something?
point.
Just, I mean, isn't that why we have a city engineer? That
This,
I mean, I'm not a heating and cooling guy, so I'm not real up on this.
This specific item has been looked at by Fishbeck as part of the evaluation of the water plant improvements, and with many other HVAC items and electrical, all those other processes.
I'm talking about the bids.
We haven't had an engineer look at these bids.
Bill, I'd like to table my motion until we get some advice from the engineer, maybe our inspector, our heating inspector. Let them look at this and get a...
So you want to rescind your motion?
Pardon me?
You want to rescind your motion?
No, I'd like to just table my motion.
Table it?
Until we get
Do you have a motion to support that motion?
Yeah, I'll support it.
All right, the motion is made and supported to table. Call the roll, please. A yes vote tables this.
Paul?
Yes.
Foltz?
Yes.
Kinsfater?
Yes.
Kleeman?
Yes.
Kupa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried.
All right, thank you. And I thank you for everyone for how we worked through that. All right, good luck, Tom. Back to us. All right, claims and accounts
Just
number
got one
9.
question, Bill. Now, when it comes back up, the original motion is what comes on the, if we decide to go with this company?
Well, I think for the meantime, we can determine that they're going to provide a performance bond. The motion can simply be amended to reflect that.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, thank you. All right, number 9, claim and accounts, September 23rd and 30th, 2021.
Hearing no questions, Your Honor, I make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Go to number 10, public comment. Anyone have any non-agenda items they'd like to talk about? Keep the 3 minutes, please. Mr. Lockwood?
My name's Dan Lockwood. I live at 1605 Oakland. I remember that. Tonight I'm here representing the St. Clair Endowment Funds. The St. Clair Endowment Funds are a sub-series of funds at the Community Foundation of St. Clair County. They are made up of 8 funds that are established by people in the community to benefit the community. The St. Clair Recreation Department applied for a grant to work on a project on the St. Clair Boardwalk that will mark freighters and historical ship links on the boat. This is a collaborative effort between the St. Clair Historical Museum, the St. Clair Art Association, and Blue Water Glass. And I tell you that because as an advisor on the St. Clair Endowment Funds, that collaboration appealed to us, and that was bonus points in reviewing the grant application. The other bonus point was the fact that the project cost is $16,500, and the grant request was only for $5,000. From an advisor's standpoint, we like to see community support, and what better community support than other people making contributions to it. So the advisors have decided to grant the grant request, $5,000. I'm here to present the check. I want to tell you that the funds came from the H&H Whiting Fund. It's a couple who lived in the community, and they started this foundation back in the 1950s. So this has been benefiting the community all those times. Thank you for asking us and allowing us to participate in this project. It's a good project, we think.
Thank you, Dan. I'm just going to hand it to him, but... Thank you, Dan. Anybody else? Okay, let's go to number 11, Mayor and Council. Anybody have anything for the good of the group? I have one thing I'm going to ask Mr. Kinsford maybe to jump into. I don't know if anybody knows that the Knights of Columbus out here on Rattle Run are celebrating 100 years.
Oh.
100 years this weekend, right?
This Saturday.
All you got to say about it?
Hopefully you're there to
I'll be there.
present a proclamation.
I'll be there. I'll be there. I just think 100 years, that's like a long time. Good job. All right, okay, we're at number 12. We're going to go to closed session to consider the purchase of lease or real property. I'll need a motion to do that.
So move.
Support. All right, call the roll, please.
Foltz?
Yes.
Kinsfater?
Yes.
Lehman?
Yes.
Koopa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Motion carries, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. You are more than welcome to stay up in the lobby because we're going to do the closed session here, but we will send someone up to get you if you're still out there and want to see if we come back and take any action. If not, I appreciate your patience, and have a safe night.